Welcome everybody. I just wanted to congratulate you all. I had a goal of 500 to reach on 500 viewers to reach on my YouTube channel, and we did it. I reached out, and I have a fan base that are just extremely supportive. And if you're one of them, which I know you are, thank you. I appreciate subscribing to my videos. My video channel is Karl M. Sandoval / Sandoval Engineering. So to get to my channel, that's what you would use. If you would share this with your viewers, this information is great information for them, and I would greatly appreciate it. What I will do is basically teach you how to build a custom guitar. And trust me, there are many processes in getting a guitar done. So by all means, check out my future videos, share my videos with others, just let them know about my YouTube channel. Like I say, it's Karl M. Sandoval / Sandoval Engineering. Now I spell my name with a K, not with a C. I also would like to say just thank you for the donations. They're kind of trickling in, but nonetheless, any amount that you viewers feel compelled to send me out of your generosity, I would greatly appreciate it. And what this does is this helps finance my time, the knowledge that I'll be presenting, as well as the materials and supplies utilized in fabricating this guitar. So by all means, donate to PayPal. It's just use my email address. It starts with the letter K, Karl at karlsandoval.com. Karl at karlsandoval.com. I would greatly appreciate your support. And for those who have already supported, God bless you and thank you so much. All right, let's get to it. This is video number 2 of my series in guitar building or guitar fabrication. I will show you a lot of tips. You will see procedures, fabrication processes. Now remember, there will be some machines involved and some risky perspectives as far as getting each particular step done. So if you're following along, you're doing so at your own risk. Please be very careful, focus, and I will try to teach you safety tips as we go along, things that will prevent you from getting hurt. I know during this process of building guitars and learning, I have had a couple of little accidents, but you know, I've been basically safe because of the training that I had prior to getting into this trade. So, let us begin. This is video number 2, and what I'm going to be focusing on is the model of electric guitar we're going to custom build. If I can do this, you can do this. Just focus and listen to what I'm saying, and watch these videos meticulously, and if there's anything that is basic, bear with me. If you already know a lot of these steps, thank you so much for being patient, but I'm going to show you the process from A to Z. So that includes everything, and if you know some of these procedures, that is fantastic. So the body design that we're going to choose is the Star Guitar. Let's see, I'm right-handed, so let me see if I can get this on the screen. This is what it looks like. This is the Star Guitar. No particular reason why it is called that, but as you can see, it's basically an Explorer, an old Gibson, fashioned after an old Gibson Explorer. And if you can visualize a curve that's put back here in this area, hope I'm getting this on screen, That would complete the body to make a Gibson Explorer. This has basically been cut out as a V. Now I'm just going to show you on this video what I'm going to be building. This model is a pretty unique model, and I hope we're capturing it on screen there. And it will have this cavity here is the rear control cavity. So basically it's going to be this shape. I'm not quite sure of the body. It's probably going to be mahogany because I like the tone quality of mahogany. It'll be about 1 3/4 thick to accommodate a typical Fender style tremolo bridge. But this is the template that I use. It's it's like a marine ply. And I'm not going to show you so much details on building templates as what I'm going to do is focus on the design and the model of this particular custom. The neck is good. So, I'm sorry, the body will be either a 2 or 3 piece laminate mahogany body. The neck will be a angled neck, you can see that. It's angled headstock. This will be the headstock here. And what I'll do is briefly explain what I'll be doing. It's going to be, let's see if we can get the whole neck in here. I think that should be good. Let me set this down. The scale will be a 25-inch scale. This is the rosewood fingerboard that I bought. It was pre-fabbed from another company, and the sources are on the internet. But it is radiused, it's flat on the bottom, and it's curved on the top. It's approximately a 16 to 17-inch radius. And if we look closely, it's slotted. It starts with 0 nut. Let me get a pointer here. There's a 0 nut here, and then we have our fret slots. And like I said, this is a 24 fret nut fingerboard blank, rosewood, and it's 25.5-inch scale. The fingerboard is about a 1/4 inch thick, maybe a little bit larger, but I think we're probably going to go with either 21 or 22 frets for this model. And of course you can make a guitar using the same process, whether it be 21, 22, 24 fret. Some guys like the additional double octave. So this is our fingerboard that we'll be using, along with our fingerboard, which will be glued on here. And the headstock that I'm going to use, I might either go 2 ways. I might either create a new design or use my Arrowhead headstock, which is quite popular. It's the one that I had developed for my polka dot V that I built for Randy Rhoads. So what this is hard rock maple, and this maple is sold in slab cut or quarter sawn. And if you look at the ends of the fingerboard, the grain is going, let's see if hopefully I'm getting this here. The grain is going this way on this blank. There's 1, 2, 3 here, as you can see. And the grain is going this way on this center blank, and it's going this way. So, you know, the fact that it's laminated, and you can see the 3 pieces, it's laminated hard rock maple. The way I buy it, well, excuse me 1 second. I buy the maple in large planks like this. This is about 1 inch thick. and I get them like 8 feet long, and then I cross cut them, and I make the desired lengths that I need. The length is based on the type of guitar that I'm going to use. But what I do, I mean, you can see that it's 1 inch thick. I glue 3 of them side by side, and that gives me 3 inches in width. Approximately 3 inches, because they're 1 inch wide. And when I glue the blanks, I use Titebond wood glue, and I'll put 1 plank here and 1 plank on this side, and I compress it with a lot of C-clamps. I basically just C-clamp everything together, and then I let it dry for at least 24 hours. So I use multiple clamps. I put clamps like every, I put one in the corner, and then about another 3 inches. About every 3 inches I put a C-clamp on the edge, all the way around. And if you look on some of my Instagram photographs, you'll see photographs of the clamping, what it looks like. But it's a basic C-clamp that you undo counterclockwise and then clockwise tighten it, and then it clamps everything together. And each plate, each slab, I just saturate with Titebond wood glue, and then I put the other slab on top. So there's glue on both sides. So wherever there's a seam, there's glue has been applied on both faces. And I set them on a table, line them up, keep everything as straight as possible, and then C-clamp. So I'm not really going to go into that demo. I think it's pretty straightforward, even for beginners. You know, if you can just visualize 1, 2, 3 planks, glue on both sides where the seams are going to be. You put them together, and then you C-clamp every 3 inches. There, that's 2 explanations on how to do it. I just did. So once those are dry, then I turn it this way, and on my bandsaw, I take a 1 inch ruler and I mark the 1 inch, and let's see if we can get this here. So they're rough cuts, but just for some explanation here, I'll make a mark for the back part of the neck, and then I do an angle. It's about a 4 to 7 degrees angle. It pretty much depends on what you want. And when I cut all the blanks off of here, you turn it back this way, and now you get 3 laminates. I don't know if you can see the lamb lines, but basically there's one here and there's one here. So we've got 1, 2, 3 laminated hard rock maple blanks. I'm kind of trying to explain how I get to this point here. This has actually been milled a little bit ahead of what we're doing here, but you got to remember, when I cut these sideways off of that plank, these are all rough cut. I don't know if you can see this is uneven here. See, that's not a perfectly straight line. There's bandsaw marks here where I've cut with a bandsaw. It's going to take a pretty hefty bandsaw, actually. Well, I use like a half-horse, medium-sized bandsaw, which you can get at most of the large department stores, like hardware stores. But what I have to do to prepare for gluing on the fingerboard. Now, some of these parts you might be able to get prefabbed from sources on the internet, some not. I'm kind of explaining how I made these. This side of the fingerboard is jointed on a 6-inch jointer, and it makes it perfectly flat. I can put my straight edge on here, and it's flat. So it prepares it for being able to get my fingerboard on here. So I haven't spoken about widths yet because, you know, I'm probably going to talk more about the construction. I might even show some dry run procedures on how I'm doing this work. I'm just kind of like explaining, and I want to focus more on the design of the guitar. I also play in the face of the headstock too, which will accommodate any type of a headstock you want. You know, I'll just give you an example of some of the templates. I mean, I'm not going to use, well, let's see. Here's one here. This is a little bit different, but I mean, you can see how I need to add on pieces of wood here and here to accommodate this type of a headstock, for example. But as you can see, it is angled. You can see how much of an angle we have here. And like I say, it's between 4 to 7 degrees. You just kind of, well, let me find my tool here. Hold on 1 second. All right. Well, I thought it was close by, but it's not. But what it is, it's a special tool that gives me different degrees here. When I'm showing you how I'm demonstrating the build of the neck, I'll probably give you a more definite degree. But there's our neck, hard rock maple, 3-inch. There's 3 laminates, 1, 2, 3. Rosewood fingerboard, 25-inch scale, and that's going to go with our design here. Here it is, I guess, in a crude form. The truss rod that I use is a 2-way adjustable truss rod, and this has the Allen head end piece here that you would turn, and what it will do, if you turn it clockwise, it'll overbow, and if you turn it counterclockwise, it'll underbow. And let me see if I can demonstrate that. I think I have this demonstrated on another video, but here I'm going to turn it clockwise, and you can see how it started to do an underbow there. I may have said that backwards, but in any event, it's clockwise. Let me restate that. Clockwise gives you an underbow, and then a lot depends on how you place the truss rod. I mean, if I put it in this way, I'm going to get an underbow, but if I put it in this way, I'm going to get an overbow. And this is pretty much the way. I'll explain how to install the truss rod. This is pretty much the way I will insert them in the neck slot, so the end piece is to the lower part of the truss rod cavity. So in that case, clockwise, this can be confusing, but I'll show you more as we go on. But clockwise would be overbow, and then counterclockwise would be underbow. You can see that, and that's with this part of the truss rod being at the base of the truss rod slot. So I'll get more into detail on that, and I know let me just give you a different view here. So clockwise gives us the overbow, then counterclockwise gives us the underbow. Hopefully we get that on video. So they call this a two-way adjustable truss rod, and I like them for that simple fact that, you know, you never know. Even though I laminate these necks and they turn out straight, Mother Nature takes over, and when everything dries and the moisture content is less, or maybe in the area that you live in, it might be high moisture, it might be dry. I mean, this is wood. It will move. So the truss rod gives you that option of either giving you a little bit of an underbow or an underbow to counteract the string tension coming from the neck after you apply the string. So bottom line, that's pretty much the design we're going to use. That's all I wanted to focus on in this video. It's going to be the Star Guitar with an angled headstock and 25-inch scale, mahogany body, laminated maple fingerboard with a rosewood fretboard. I'm sorry, laminated maple back part of the neck and a rosewood fingerboard. So we'll get more into detail as we move along on the different steps. So it's important that you watch all the videos, because much more information will come out as I'm filming, as I'm going through each different step. These are like on-the-fly videos. I'm not pre-rehearsed. I don't have everything written down. I have no script. I'm just going by my good, cold, vintage, old memory here. So make it a point to watch all these videos. This is video number 2. I don't know how many there are going to be. There might be 50 of them. There might be 100 of them. I don't know. But I am going to go through each step. And as a preview for the next step, what we'll probably do is focus on getting the body blank together. And of course that's important, and it will fit the size of this body. We pretty much have the neck blank already prepared. I'm kind of jumping the gun on that, but I'll do some dry run machine runs to just let you see how I approach each step. So like I say, watch all my videos, get all the information and put it all together, make notes, take notes, write notes, do whatever you want there. And remember to subscribe to these videos, my YouTube channel. Donations are totally appreciated, which is what keeps the ball rolling. And I'm going to be showing you a tremendous amount of information and experience that, how do I get completely paid for that? I'm not going to get completely paid for that, but you know what? That's part of the game. That's the fun of all this, is to give out information for free, but yet, you know, just show your big heart and generosity and help out here. Let's work together with this. I can give you knowledge about guitar building, you know, just shoot a couple dollars here and there, you know, whatever during the build, and it just helps keep this locomotive going. So I greatly appreciate it. I don't really like to ask for funding, but unfortunately, you know, I'm doing this on the fly and I really don't have a budget for it. All this income is coming out of my pocket, and it's helping to share my knowledge with you. So if you want to jump on this bandwagon and have a fun trip, by all means help out. I would totally appreciate it. So until the next video, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and thanks a million for helping me reach that goal of 500. You know where I'm going to go with this next. I'm going to probably do it in increments of like 250. So my next goal is going to be 750. 750. Let's start working towards that. Share these videos with your friends. I totally appreciate it. God bless and thank you. Until video number 3, thank you.